welcome back to OT Sports. Today we got our Week 5 NFL game picks. If you guys are enjoying these videos, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'd really appreciate that. We do college football every Monday night. These, of course, every Wednesday night, and then usually baseball sometime over the weekend, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. But the basketball season's just around the corner. We do NBA and college basketball also. So in about a month and a half, once college basketball comes around, you're going to have 4 videos a week. So subscribe, stay tuned for that. Turn on that notification bell to make sure you don't miss out on any new videos. But yeah, I mean, that's really all I got to say. Twitter and Discord, as always, linked in the description. You can follow that, join that, whatever you want to do. But yeah, that's really all I have to say. So let's just hop right into this. We got the standings. A little bit of a shake-up here, and I do have a story for you guys. If you've been watching these, Jackson has been in first throughout, the entire year, but he made a big mistake and did not do his picks last week. So the rule with that is, if you don't do your picks, you get 1 game worse than the worst person that week. Unfortunately for him, the worst person last week was Sammy. He went 7-10, so he was rewarded with that 6-10 record for last week. So he is now 5 games out of first after being 1 game up. So he lost 6 games from last week. And I have the Jack also didn't send his picks, so he's at 6-10 last week too. I have the stats here for you guys. So Jack and Jackson went 6-10. Sammy went 7-9. Me, Ben, and Matthew all went 12-4, and Connor went 13-3 with the best week last week. So we got a pretty tight race here. I mean, everyone is really in it besides Jack. Sammy's a little bit farther off, but he's still there. He had a rough week last week, but he's definitely still in the picture here. So yeah, we got a pretty tight race going into week 5. We'll see kind of how it shifts as we keep going throughout the year. First game, oh boy, Bears and Commanders. What a primetime matchup here Thursday night. Now, of course, I'm kidding. Nobody wants to watch this game. I don't know why this is a primetime game. It was last year too. I don't understand it, but they did it again. Yeah, the Bears, man, they are just atrocious. I hope they need to get rid of all the coaches over there. That loss last week should never happen. Fields probably had his best game of his career, 300 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, 4 passing touchdowns that is, and they blew it. I don't know what the thinking process was going for it on 4th down when you're at the 20-yard line. It's a 37, 35-yard field goal. You can make those, take the lead. I don't know what the decision process was with going for that, especially after you try to draw them off sides, then you waste a timeout just to go out there and actually go for it. Like, that just didn't resonate well with me. I forgot to mention, we got the 3 guys in the middle per usual. They usually wait a little to send in their picks. But I mean, all of our guys are on the Bears now. Everyone here except for Jackson is a Bears fan, including me. He is a Packers fan. But it's hard to take the Bears, man. And the Commanders have looked kind of off and on this year. They played a very nice game against the Eagles last week. Sam Howell looked pretty good, leading his team game-tying drive. And I mean, it's on the road. It's just hard for me to pick the Bears with this coaching. I gotta go with the Commanders. I know it. It pains me to say this, but yeah, the Bears aren't a good team. They need to get rid of all their coaches. And Fields, I just don't know if he's the guy, man. Which is sad because I love Fields. I'm an Ohio State fan too. So, but man, I just don't know if he's the guy. I think Caleb Williams might be in there next year. But hey, Bears got the number 1 and 2 picks, so that's a good sign. Now obviously it's not going to end that way, but as of right now it would. So, hey, I mean, there's that, I guess. But yeah, I got to go Commanders. I think the Bears' offense looked better last week. It was against the Broncos' defense, who has been very bad to start the year. Their team that gave up 70 points. Yeah, they haven't been good at all this year, and the Bears' defense is absolutely garbage. So I think Sam Howell should have no problems dealing with that Bears defense. And I think the Commanders' defense could give the Bears' offense some problems. So I'm going to take the Commanders. And, yeah, Bears fall to 0-5. You know, it is what it is. Next game, ooh, this is a good one. A early game, London game, Jags and Bills. Now, the Jags were in London last week and picked up a nice win against the Falcons. The London's kind of like their second home. I mean, they play there every year. And they got back-to-back games in London, so, maybe they're getting used to it. And then the Bills getting that jet lag. And that's actually the reason I'm going to go with the Jags here. They've been there now for the second week in a row. They probably have a lot of fans there. I mean, they play there every year. And, yeah, I got to go with the Jags, man. And the Jags, I think they're finally starting to pick up a rhythm. They looked better in the Falcons game. Now, the Bills did look very, very good against the Dolphins. It's hard for me not to pick them here, in all honesty. But I don't know, man. The Jags, last week, Dolphins, Bills, everyone was on the Dolphins. The Dolphins hype train. I was on the Bills, and I got that right. Now it's kind of the opposite. Everyone's on the Bills hype train. I'm going with the Jags. I don't know. I feel like I have a lot of these lone dog picks, and I feel like they usually work out for me. So I'm going with another one here. My thinking process is the Jags have been there for 2 weeks straight now, which I think is a huge advantage, and they'll be used to it. And it's like their second home. So I gotta go with the Jags here, but man, the Bills look very good. Probably the best team in the AFC. As well, okay. I'm saying who's looked the best in the AFC. I think I'd go with the Bills as of right now. It doesn't mean they're the best team, but they've looked the best, I would say. That week 1 game against the Jets doesn't count. It's week 1. So ever since then, they've looked dominant. So yeah, but I don't know, man. I feel like the Bills are due to lose one, and I feel like the Jags are due for a nice quality win. So I'm gonna take the Jags. Texans and Falcons. Ooh, this is an interesting one to pick. I'm kind of having trouble deciding who I want here because Texans did look very good last week. C.J. Stroud's looking like a guy. He's looking like a real franchise quarterback, which I'm glad for him. I love him. He went to Ohio State, obviously, so I'm a huge fan of him. And I'm glad he's getting success on the Texans. I really wasn't expecting him to have this much success this early in his career, but good for him, man. The Falcons, man, if they had a quarterback, even an average quarterback, the Falcons would be. They have a very talented roster. They have a very solid roster. The defense has a lot of guys, and so does the offense. They got a lot of skilled players. Algier, Bijan, the line's pretty good. Drake London, Kyle Pitts. They just got a lot of talent, and if they had a quarterback to get the ball in the playmakers' hands, they could be dangerous. What I'm thinking about this one here is the Falcons have it at home, so obviously that's an advantage towards them. I don't know. There's 2 things really I'm thinking here. I think the Falcons dive deep into the run this week. I think Bijan has a monster game against the Texans defense, and I don't know. I feel like the Texans are due for an off game. They looked very solid the past 2 weeks, and I just don't know how consistent C.J. Stroud will be. He is a rookie, so but and man, if the Texans win this game, they I might start to consider them a little more here. I am considering them. I'm not saying I'm not, but I don't know. I feel like Bijan's gonna have a pretty monster game, and I think the Falcons just get a win here. Even with Desmond Ridder, who is man, if the Falcons had a quarterback, they could be so dangerous. I'm taking the Falcons in that one. Panthers Lions. Not much to say here. The Panthers tried to come back against the Vikings. They came short. Man, the Vikings. We'll talk about them later, but yeah, the Panthers don't look very good. Them and the Bears are the only teams without a win left. Then the Lions picked up a nice win on Thursday Night Football against the Packers. No, excuse me, against the Packers. They looked pretty dominant in that game. The final score doesn't really show the whole story. The Lions really did dominate there. I'm gonna go with the Lions. I don't see any world where the Panthers win this. It's in Detroit, you know. I gotta go with the Lions, but I'm kind of weird. I'm kind of weirded out they don't use Jahmyr Gibbs, which is a little strange. They drafted him in pick 12. They could have got him at the end of the first round, and I don't know. But they're winning games. They're biting kneecaps. Dan Campbell is a big kneecap biter, so it's obviously working. I don't know. I'm going with the Lions. Titans and Colts. This is one I don't know about this game. It's a AFC South divisional battle. The Titans usually play the Colts pretty good, but I don't know. I believe Anthony Richardson's back this week. I'm going Colts. I don't know. I'm feeling them. I'm feeling them. I'm feeling the Colts, man. Um, yeah, this is a weird one. I really don't like either of these teams all that much. It's just I don't know. The Colts have it at home. I feel like Anthony Richardson. The Titans seem like they struggle against scrambling quarterbacks. So maybe you know, maybe that's something to look at. Um, I'm going Colts here. I don't know. Yeah, this is a weird game. I'm just gonna go Colts. So we got a split here at for this game. Giants Dolphins. Oh boy, this is not a. I mean, the Giants look bad, man. I think the Dolphins have a bounce back game. I think they win. Pretty, pretty big here. Yeah, the Giants just look so undisciplined. Dable's coach of the year last year. He doesn't look very good this year. Need to get Jalen Hyatt the ball more often because Isaiah Hodgins and Darius Slayton, they're not. They're just not the answer. Darren Waller, I don't think he's done much to start the year. Correct me if I'm wrong. Saquon, it would be nice to have him back. I think they're really missing him now. I'm not too sure how the defense has been this year. I'll have to look into that. But I think the Dolphins' offense should score a lot of points, and I don't think the Giants' offense will be able to keep up with the high-powered Dolphins' offense. So give me the Dolphins along with everyone else. So yeah, I guarantee you don't even have to watch it. Saints and Patriots. Again, this is a weird one. The Patriots are favored, but I don't. It's kind of similar to the Titans Colts game. I don't like either of these teams really. They're both pretty average. You know, Derek Carr, Mac Jones, got pretty solid defenses. Got the run game. The quarterback's kind of, you know, serviceable. You got some guys. You know, it's just like a weird game. New England in New England, so maybe that's a factor. I feel like what it's going to come down to is I think the Saints defense will be able to create turnovers. I think they'll put the Saints offense, that is, in a good spot to win this game. They'll give them a lot of opportunities, at least I think. And I think uh, it's a bummer Christian Gonzalez is out for the season with a torn labrum, I believe it was. That is unfortunate. They traded for J.C. Jackson, so maybe that's something. He knows the system. He's been there for a while. Christian Gonzalez was looking good though, but yeah, it's unfortunate he's out for the year now. I think the Saints will be able to create just a little more offense than Mac Jones and the Patriots, and I just trust Derek Carr more than Mac Jones. It's not much more, but it is a little bit more. It's enough for me to pick the Saints. So yeah, I'm going Saints here. Ravens Steelers. This another AFC North game. I feel like there's always an AFC North game going on every week. Ravens Steelers. At first glance, I thought Steelers, just because I feel like these two teams always split, and the Steelers. This is. I mean, every AFC North game's a rivalry game, but this is like one of the main ones, at least in my opinion. I think these two teams not big fans of each other. So yeah, at first glance I was thinking Steelers. Steelers got it at home, but and I was going Steelers, and then all of a sudden it hit me that the starting quarterback for the Steelers in this game is Mitch Trubisky. So I'm gonna go with the Ravens. I think that's all I really gotta say. Uh, if you want to argue with me, go ahead. But yeah, that's really it. Going with the Ravens. Eagles Rams. I thought about this one too. Actually, surprisingly, I feel like the Rams could do some weird something this game. The Eagles secondary doesn't look as good as it does in the past. Maybe they're missing Gannon as the defense coordinator. He's now at Arizona. Maybe they're missing that fire in their guts that Gannon brings. But I'm gonna trust the Eagles. Uh, it's hard not to trust the Eagles. I mean, it's the Rams. You know, the Rams. I thought about taking the Rams, but I don't know. I'm staying with the Eagles. I feel like this could be a trap game. It's on the road. Cooper Kupp, I believe, is coming back, but I don't know. AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts have been very good for my fantasy team, so I mean, I feel like I have to go with the Eagles. I feel like I owe them, so you give me the Eagles along with everyone else, another guarantee. And Bengals Cardinals. This is going to be another guarantee. Now, who would have thought that both these teams would be 1-3 going to this week? Definitely not me. I don't think anyone else really did either. Um, yeah, the Bengals. You know, yeah, they haven't looked good to start the year. Joe Burrow doesn't look completely healthy. I don't think he is. Hopefully, he's gonna be healthy soon because the Bengals need to start winning some games. Um, Cardinals. I feel like this should be a winnable game, but again, they just got. Who did they play last week? Titans. I think it was the Titans. If I'm right, they just got blew out by the Titans last week, so that was not what you would want to see from the Bengals. I think it was Titans 27-3. Yeah, it was Titans. So yeah, the Bengals got to figure some stuff out. They got to get their receivers the ball. Jamar Chase has been good, but T Higgins, well, now he's out. So I don't know. Maybe Tyler Boyd gets involved. Joe Mixon maybe gets involved out of the backfield. They got so many guys on this team, especially on the offense. Joe Burrow just has got to get healthy. They really need him to. And the Cardinals, maybe they can make it competitive. I mean, they've been a competitive team surprisingly with Josh Dobbs at quarterback. But yeah, I mean, it's hard not to take the Bengals, even though they're 1-3. But I mean, come on, it's the Bengals. They should win this game, and if they don't, I think it's time to start worrying for the Bengals, because 1-4 losing to the Cardinals. It's a rough start to the year. So yeah, I feel like if they lose this one, the alarm might start sounding just a bit for the Bengals. Now, I did say that last week, but I feel like this is really the main event. I feel like it's week 4, week 5. Usually teams kind of know what to expect, but not for the Bengals just yet. Now, I think it's only because Joe Burrow's not healthy, but I'm gonna go with them here. Jets Broncos. The Broncos picked up a win against the Bears. Congratulations, you beat the worst team in the league. You are probably the second worst, if not the third, only in front of the Panthers. The defense doesn't look good. The offense doesn't look all that great either. He scored 31. It was against the Bears defense, and mostly in the second half. So I feel like the Jets defense is going to give the Broncos offense a lot of problems, and I feel like Zach Wilson will be able to throw it on the defense of the Broncos. Really, I don't see him. Maybe throws a pick. Maybe both of them do. I feel like the Jets might create a lot of turnovers. Their defense is very, 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 very solid. I'm gonna go with the Jets here. Another guarantee. We got a lot of back-to-back. Got 3 back-to-back guarantees. And oh boy, oh well. Hate to break it to you, this is another one of the guarantees. 4 guarantees in a row. Wow. Yeah, I mean the Vikings, man, they just look bad. They gotta fix the turnover issue. Kirk Cousins didn't have a good game last week, and it was against the Panthers. Maybe this game turns into an offensive shootout. I could see that. I don't really think it will. But yeah, the Vikings got to start limiting those turnovers. It's really killing them. Madison keeps fumbling. Big Kirk, keeps throwing those interceptions. Justin Jefferson, as always, is doing very good, but you know, I mean, yeah, he's doing good, but T.J. Hawkins has been doing pretty good too. Jordan Addison's actually been doing good, so it's really the turnovers that's killing them. Um, Kirk's got to play better. In this game, I don't really see a world where they win. Maybe their defense is really bad, though. I feel like the Chiefs will just be able to score at will. Yeah, I'm going with the Chiefs here. I don't see any outcome for the Vikings to win this one. Maybe if they, I don't know. Maybe if Madison has a big game, maybe they get Cam Akers involved. I don't really see that though happening. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with the Chiefs. I don't see any world the Vikings win this one, even though they got it at home. I don't see it. Cowboys and 49ers. I'm surprised how many people are on the 49ers in this game. I really think this is a 50-50 game. Maybe they're going with the 49ers because they got the home field advantage. I don't know what the line is. 49ers favored by 4. I don't know. The thing about this one is, I don't believe Brock Purdy has lost as a starter yet. Um, he's been good to start the year. CMC obviously has been ridiculous. Um, I think the Cowboys defense is going to give the 49ers, more specifically Brock Purdy, a real struggle. I don't know if he's lost in his career yet. Um, I think the Cowboys defense gives them problems. I think Micah Parsons. Yeah, now both these teams have. I mean, these two teams are both just very solid everywhere. This is going to be a phenomenal game. Um, Man, I'm really interested. These two teams have probably been the best two in the NFC to start the year. Maybe you could throw in the Eagles in there in that mix, but man, this is going to be a fun. I mean, this could be the NFC Championship game for crying out loud this year. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I think the Cowboys win the division this year. That was my preseason hot take, and I still am gonna stick with it as of right now. I think the Cowboys defense gives Brock Purdy some problems. Now it's kind of hard to say that because the 49ers offense has so many playmakers: McCaffrey, Ayuk, Debo, George Kittle. Um, they got a lot of guys, and but so do the Cowboys. I mean, they're Pollard, CeeDee Lamb, Jake Ferguson, even. Brandon Cooks? Who's their number two receiver? I thought it was Brandon Cooks. Um, am I making something up here? He might be on the Cowboys actually. Who am I thinking of for the Cowboys? That's their number two receiver. Oh, it is Brandon Cooks. Well, he hasn't been good this year, but I mean they still got Michael Gallup, of course. They've had him for a while. And the defense, you got the usual guys. Added Stephon Gilmore in the offseason. Trayvon Diggs is out for the year. That's a pretty big loss. But I don't know. I feel like the Cowboys, I don't know. I just feel them here. I'm going with another lone dog pick. Give me the Cowboys. I just feel them. I don't know. It's something about that game. Packers Raiders. Another one kind of similar to the Titans Colts game earlier and the Patriots Saints games. Two just teams that are like okay pretty much everywhere. I don't really like them all that much. I don't really hate them. Packers Raiders. Jordan Love, I believe this is his second primetime starts. We'll see how he does. On Monday Night Football, last game was Thursday night, so the Packers have a pretty long week here to prepare. But something's telling me about the Raiders in this one. I'm gonna go with the Raiders. Something's just telling me the Raiders. Now, actually, I might have to do a rare. Okay, here's what I'll say. If Jimmy G doesn't play, give me the Packers. Actually, no. I'm just gonna do a rare switcheroo here. It's not gonna show, but I'm gonna take the Packers in this one. If Jimmy G's playing or not, because if he is playing, he's not gonna be 100%. I'm gonna take the Packers. I think Jordan Love gets his first primetime win. He's been very solid to start the year. And I believe all their guys will be healthy. Aaron Jones didn't do much last week, but he was coming off the injury. I believe he'll do a lot more this week for them. Same with Christian Watson. They've not really been 100% all year. I believe they'll have all their guys back that missed last week. I don't really see any injuries here. So I'm going to go with the Packers. Favored by one, so it's really just a pick-up game there. But yeah, give me the Packers on Monday Night Football. I think the long week helps them out, and long week to prepare. I think that helps them. And I think Jordan Love gets a win here on Monday Night Football in Vegas. So yeah, that's going to be our Week 5 NFL game predictions. Again, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'd really appreciate that. We do college football every Monday night. NFL, of course. This every Wednesday night. And then MLB usually sometime over the weekend, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. But basketball season, both NBA and college basketball, is right around the corner in like a month or two. I'm very excited for that. You will be getting videos on those. This week, I made my MLB playoff predictions Monday nights. You can check that out. I made my college football week 6 top 25 yesterday night. You can check that out if you would like. Turn those notifications on so you don't miss any of those uploads in the future. It's always my X and my Discord are linked in the description. You could follow that, join that, whatever you like to do. I tweet on, I don't know what you'd call it. I'm just gonna say I tweet. I tweet on X. Just about random stuff about sports. So, if you want any bonus content, it's over there on X. And then Discord, I'd love to have guys doing picks with me, talking college football, really, baseball, college basketball, NBA, really anything. So that's what the Discord is all about. If you want to join that, you could be featured. You could actually become a main part of the videos. I'd love to have an extra guy talking to. And yeah, I just feel like it'd be better. But, you don't have to. You can join the Discord and not be in videos if you want, if that's what you want to. It's up to you guys. So yeah, that's gonna be a video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Next upcoming video will probably be college football Monday, unless you guys want me to do an MLB ALDS, unless you want me to predict the AL and NLDS games. If you guys really want that, I'll make that happen. But I could squeeze that in there to not tomorrow, but Friday night possibly. We could make that happen. But yeah, I'll see you guys as of right now Monday night with college football.